Can we just appreciate this music for a minute? Okay,
The
it's...
scenery is wonderful.
I'm trying to talk. It's Kazuha time. I've been meaning to like level him up for a month. But someone got sick. Again. This happens every time. I'm like, I'm gonna post more videos. I'm gonna level up my characters. And then I get sick and I can't talk properly. But let's go. Look at him. And we got his fancy sword. It bugs me, it doesn't match like his vibe. But it's fine. So let's get these levels in first. Whoops, I forgot they talk.
The sound of snow as it lands on the ground is so faint as to be practically non-existent. But now my senses are sharper than ever, and I believe I should be able to discern it. The waves rise high out in the open seas. I too must reach new heights of strength.
Whoops, I didn't prep enough materials. To the crafting bench. Normally I do. I can't believe the treasure hoarder things slipped my mind. Wait, now I can show this feature. Look how helpful this is. Instead of trying to search for the treasure hoarder stuff, I can just like select Kazuha and it'll show me all the materials I need. I'll hand use that. And now I've realized as I've crafted a bunch, I didn't switch tutorial sucrose. Surely we get a few bonuses. Nice. That's handy. Hopefully we have enough now. Let's continue our Ascension here. I like this view.
As one travels the world, sorrows and frustrations are bound to journey with you. But I find that I've grown since meeting you, both in martial arts and in strength of character. I am confident that I will be more at ease in life from this point forth.
I love how he's doing his little idle animations, like during these Ascension voice lines. And now we're gonna raise him a little more, just to 89. That way we can increase that swirl damage, as always. Reactions are so important. We can get these free wishes. Ah, we're getting closer to 100 again. Exciting. Now let's do his weapon. I'm realizing that's a lot of little weapons. Why do I have I have 300 weapons. Let's get rid of some of these. I want to make sure I don't like delete any that are like exclusive to chests. Like this one. That needs to stay. There we go. That's much better. Back to the crafting bench. At least time it's automatically got Muna selected. I don't remember how many of these ones we needed, so we'll just craft the max and hope that's enough. There we go. And that's his fancy little sword done. Now to speed through his talents. There is like no particular reason to really level up his talents. It's just for extra damage. But I enjoy it. I think it's fun. And there we go. Again, you don't have to level up his talents at all. His damage and stuff all come from his like elemental reactions and then his like passives. So you could fully just leave these level 1 and it wouldn't make too much of a difference. Why am I suddenly losing my voice? No. Let's take him up here to do his artifacts. We could take Venti's artifacts. Whoa, look at the view. Look how nice. We could just give him Venti's artifacts, but I prefer to have everyone have their own artifact set. It's much easier, especially once you get into stuff like imaginary theatre. You don't have to worry about switching things around all the time, and it's very handy. So Kazuha is obviously going to want VV, and his... What is with this? Oh no. Okay, we're borrowing one of Venti's artifacts then. I will sort that out another day. But he just wants triple elemental mastery, so we're gonna find an off-piece for him to use. Some substats that are important is crit rate if you're running him on Favonius. Sword, obviously, because you'll get more energy when you do a critical hit. And then energy recharge is also helpful because his burst is nice. And you wanna get that up as much as possible. But let's phrase these bad boys. There shouldn't really be too much to say about him, to be honest. We're not out here hoping for like crazy stats or anything. He's not one that does like crit damage. And that's the first one done. We got some crit rate rolls and we got rolls into energy recharge, which is very helpful. Do I have a better one? No. So these stats are awful. None of this benefits us, but we need that main stat and that's what's important. That 18% HP really gonna pull through and help us. Oh, this one's already leveled. Now onto his feather and flower, in which we can't control the main stats at all. Oh, I didn't even realize that there was an EM substat. I fully forgot. Slipped my mind. That is helpful. That's extremely helpful. Does this one have one as well? It doesn't. Can we find one that does? No. Okay. I'll take it. If we get some energy recharge, that'll be handy. There we go. Okay. It's alright. And here are the final pieces. His flower, his feather, the sands, the goblet, and the circlet. And now let's take a look at his little stats. He's sitting at 929 EM. The crit rate, we don't really need to care about it, but 300, oh my goodness. I don't think you could get that much crit rate. 31 crit rate and 83 crit damage. And he has a little bit of animal damage bonus. Cool. But let's go test him out. There's a little spot in Inazuma that's like the Kazuha spot. I gotta find it now. If not, we're just gonna go bother a bunch of Abyss Mages with just Kazuha. Here's our first victim. Oh, the other one didn't spawn in, like, while I did that.
The wind knows me.
But look at that, like, 6k swirls, and we got a chest.
Fateful offering.
Oh, the tree. Let's get away from that. Who else can we find to bother next? There should be some more over here. Yeah, here we go. Is that just a singular Abyss Mage? Where is your friend? Okay.
One with nature.
Breaking this shield's gonna be a little difficult with just him. Pretty good. Why didn't the plunge work?
Wind Strider.
But that one was not as cool. Here we go, there's two of them here. This will be good. Get those shields.
The wind knows me.
Look at that, that killed one of them instantly here. Oh, that's good. There's a chest over here. We'll get that and then we'll move on to some other stuff.
One with nature.
Nice! That shield breaking ability is like so helpful. Let's go do a domain. We'll do the classic challenge a domain that they need farming from and see how they hold up. So who do we want to bring for this? Thinking we want a lot of reactions. We want a lot of stuff going on. So I reckon Official, Barbara, and then Jungling. Because if you didn't know...
Behold, the Princess Endeavor Talon.
Thank you, Oz. If you didn't know, Swell can actually like react against itself. So if you do a Pyro Swell onto something that's like Hydro, the Swell itself will also be amplified, which is like really cool. So let's see if we can get some silly little numbers or anything like that. Jungling does not have a burst. Looks like
Another test.
Reveal by let's dance. Let me amuse myself.
and then if we just
Into the wind.
and he died. No. Let's heal up, get our bursts, and then retry that one. That's a little embarrassing. Crystal Fly,
Time to
you
go.
will be mine. Thank you. Another one.
Let the show begin.
One with nature.
Whoa. Oh, more crystal flies. Yoink. There's this really cool thing where, like, if you do it right, you can actually, like, Gorba is infused with Pyro when he has the exclamation point over his head. And you can actually, like, swirl the Pyro from Gorba. I'm not that good, so I don't really know how to, like, achieve it. But I know it's, like, the basis for Sukokomon, which is, like, Sucrose, Kokomi, and Officials. Or also, like, goofily known as Pokemon Trainer Sucrose. And I realized now, I haven't checked what his weapon does. So we get Elemental Mastery. Department of Millennial Movement that wanders amidst the winds increases damage by 10% when the character wielding this weapon triggers an elemental reaction. All party members will gain Millennial Song of Movement and Song of Resistance. Increases normal charge plunging attacks by 16%. Increases damage by 20%. It is certainly a sword. I'm not reading all of that properly. Too many words. I'm happy for you, or I'm sorry that happened. Now let's do this. First try. First try.
There you are.
Another test.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Over here. I'll protect us.
It'd be helpful if they stayed in the burst.
One with nature.
Why am I frozen?
The more Shadow Raider.
No escape.
As one with wind and cloud.
Over here.
Have a little taste.
Nice and spicy.
The wind knows it.
By royal decree.
Can't run from death.
Well, I mean, he can clear it. That wasn't a very good showcase, though. Let's see what we get for our efforts. Oh, that's nice. 2 feathers. That's okay. I have another domain in mind that might be a little more helpful. Jungling basically has her best. It'll be fine. Let's go. Where can we start? With Barbara's skill.
You are not
Fire
welcome
Hydro.
here.
Clouds high.
Swirler.
Birds come.
Oz, reveal thyself. At the right hand.
Uber. We bring them together.
Time to go.
There we go. Look at all those numbers.
Wind Strider.
Wings of darkness.
Fine now. Just collect patience. Wind Strider.
There we go. Look, if they stayed all together and didn't like split up that tiny bit, it would have been a little more cooler. With all the numbers everywhere. But that was much better. What do we get? They're okay. Now there's one more thing I want to show with Kazuha. And for that we're going to need a cryo character. I'll swap out Zhongling for Kaya.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
He's so tall compared to the rest of them. And then we're gonna find an unsuspecting Sisson mage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Barbara.
There you are, eavesdropper.
Apply some hydro. Freeze her. And then she didn't stay frozen. Okay. Cool.
This.
We'll try it
Will be
this way.
frozen in time. Cool it.
And then let's restart that. Hey, this is not working.
Let's dance. You here
Hydro.
to play with me?
Fire.
Into the wind.
The merrier.
Time to go.
I can't get her to stay frozen. Do I need a better, like, cryo application? Let's try Chongyan.
Present.
There you are, eavesdropper.
Freeze. Swift and merciful.
I can't get the plunging to work. What is this?
This. Wind Strider.
Have they gotten rid of it? Let's try something else. Let's try a Fatui agent.
Let the show begin.
Hydro.
Oh, so sorry.
There we go. Did you see that 28,000 damage? Look at that. It's because Shatter is a reaction that's actually based upon your elemental mastery. So you could do like some pretty cool like plunging damage with Kazuha. I have no idea why it didn't work on the assistant mage. Like, when I first found this out and showed my friend, it worked perfectly fine on her, which is a little odd it didn't work this time. But that's all for this little video using Kazuha. I hope you enjoyed. There isn't really much to say about Kazuha, just build EM and swirl. Buffs people's damage and... Oh, I guess we could test out damage being buffed. Okay. One more domain run and then that'll be it. Well, Kazuha, we'll do Lisa, and then we'll just have 2 random Dendro for that
I'll
EM
take good
and
care of
stuff.
everyone.
Thank you, Yao.
Come a little
Get 3
closer.
stacks of
You're
it.
in for a little shock.
Okay.
I can keep going.
Now let's do a skill.
Is that all you've got?
I didn't even see what that was. Okay.
Ah,
Yao
stay
Yao.
put.
Let's get 3 more stacks. I need to place Yao Yao again. Okay, Yao Yao. Fire Electro. Swirl it.
Strider. Falling leaves.
This.
Adorn
And then
Come a little closer. You're a naughty boy.
Regret.
that was a domain run. I no longer want to try that. So we'll just leave it there. Just take my word for it. The damage the buffs from him swirling stuff, and then the resistance shred from Vivi is incredibly powerful. He's great. If you have Kazuha, please build him. Like, what are you doing? Just EM and level him up. Don't even worry about the talents. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, you can have a look at what characters we have and feel free to suggest who to build next. That's all for this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!